So what's going on, world? This is Grandmaster Faqs, and this is another episode of Partynerdz Presents. Now, unexpectedly so, through the middle of us going through our Avengers Endgame's hoopla and the impending return of Game of Thrones for Episode 8, Disney decides to fuck with our heads just a little bit more by dropping the brand new Episode 9 Star Wars trailer Friday afternoon. And I mean, 2-minute clip. I didn't know what to expect. There was a lot of it to break down, and it just happened. And yes, I'm going to be that guy because I did wear a Star Wars t-shirt, okay? I'm a fucking fan. But Rian Johnson, I probably hate your guts. Right. So J.J. Abrams is back to direct this brand new saga. The last, I guess, conclusion, if you must say, to all 9 of the Star Wars films. The 3 original middle ones, the 3 prequels, and now the 3 sequels. The 3 sequels, of course, have been, I'm not going to say cataclysmic, but it's been like an emotional roller coaster in a sense. But I'm here to basically break down this brand new trailer. And let me know what you guys think. So here we start out with Rey on a desert planet, as we've always seen in a lot of Star Wars movies. Not sure if it's Tatooine or exactly where it could be from, but seems to go that way. Now note, there is a lot of symbolism in the costume. So Rey is right here in the white uniform to kind of like symbolize how Luke was in the first Star Wars movie. All right. So in like A New Hope. So in The Last Jedi, she was wearing like a gray, okay? Kind of like symbolizing if she was like nearing towards the dark side because she didn't know where exactly to go, or going towards the Jedi side, which is, of course, the good side.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now.
Now note, if you look at the holster and the lightsaber in the hand, if you remember that Luke basically bashed his lightsaber, and fortunately for us, she's gotten back to the fact of fixing that lightsaber. So, continuing on.
But this is your fight.
Now, that little quote right there, every generation has a legend, it's kind of like an homage to the Phantom Menace, because that was when the prequels came out. When the trailer for the first Phantom Menace came out, that was the quote that was like in the beginning of the movie. Now, there's still shot that TIE fighter that is racing full speed at Rey. I'm sorry to say it, it's fucking Kylo Ren. If you look at the gloves and everything on the handles, and in the background, you can almost see the cape, his cape in existence in the background. You'll know that this is Kylo just basically racing at her. Now note, this could definitely just be like Disney fucking with us with a trailer again, and they're just kind of like, they just filmed this for the purpose of getting everybody up in arms, but it's some deep ass shit. No lie, I ain't even gonna say it. Mary Lou Retton, Nadia Comaneci, that fucking backflip was amazing. Now, Of course, the resistance has pretty much was separated and broken up, and most of them, or a lot of them, were killed off. So I'm going to guess, speculation, that a lot of time has passed and the resistance has found up a new planet to build up their bases as far as like getting the resistance back together into a full-fledged base. So the First Order is still doing First Order shit. They're taking over planets and putting a lot of races into slavery and forcing their agenda on a lot of people. That's what it looks like Kylo is doing, rummaging through, like, it looks like a burning planet in existence, and he's fighting against another alien race. All right, if y'all didn't see that, Kylo destroyed his helmet because, you know, he was fighting amongst himself emotionally to see exactly who he was and who he was exactly going to be. In this teaser, you see that Kylo is restructuring that helmet back together. It's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's determined for him to finish what he started and continuing the dark side of the Force and leading the First Order to conquer all of the universe. But continuing on. Okay. Now, I love it and I hate it. Lando Calrissian is back in episode 9. Now, it took for Han Solo to physically die in order for him to be back front seat in the Millennium Falcon with Chewie. The last time they were in the cockpit together was Empire Strikes Back. But I have a problem with the fact that we've killed off every original member in Star Wars, in real life and in storyline sense. So Chewie is another one that's kind of sticking around. But Han Solo, Luke, Leia, rest in peace. And now we got Lando in episode 9. Please, and I pray to God, don't kill Lando. Let that man live. All right, continuing. So I wanted to put this still shot in. So you see those skids running through that desert planet, but then you see like the jump troopers. Now, the jump troopers have not been used in any of the movies, but if you remember from like playing the video games, the jump troopers were like something that were like with the jetpacks on, they were like something of like novelty. They were always around, but in the movies, they've never been used. Let's get back to that. So the medal that somebody's holding, I'm not sure if it's Leia or if it's Rey. If you remember from A New Hope, at the end of The New Hope, you know, Chewie, Luke Skywalker, and Han all received those medals as far as defeating the Death Star for the first time. So it seems that either they've been found, one of their medals has been found, and somebody seems to be just like, you know, reminiscent in a sense. By the way, Leia is still in this goddamn movie. But in another still, and I'm going to guess now that this screenshot of Rey, Poe, and Finn looking over an ocean and seeing the crescent of a former Death Star waiting in the water, I'm going to guess that this planet is Endor. So if you remember, when the Death Star was destroyed, okay, and I'm not going to say the one that the First Order was trying to build, because that one seemed like it was completely annihilated. When the Death Star was destroyed in Return of the Jedi, it was just over Endor. So I'm going to guess here that it's landed on Endor and they're approaching the planet. But something else really fucking stuck out at the end of this trailer.
No one's ever really gone.
last line was "No one's ever really gone," and then the sinister laugh of Emperor Palpatine is in the midst, and that chuckle happens. So I'm perplexed. The man blew up with the Death Star, although Siths have a ways and a means of cloning themselves. So exactly what do we have here? And what do we have going forward? Because we're basically fixing up the fuck up that Rian Johnson put together. So J.J. Abrams probably had his hands full. And I'm going to say that wholehandedly. But there's a lot to think about. Rise of Skywalker. Luke Skywalker died in The Last Jedi. So now the speculation continues when we got that not so climactic reveal that Rey came from no one. And exactly where do we see Rey going at this point? Is it that Luke was on that island because he had a period of time where he was slanging and banging and they had a child? I'm not sure. But this shit's coming out in December. It's at the end of the year. So we knew the trailer was coming. We just didn't know if it was going to happen so soon. And it did. Right in the middle of all the writhing and raving that we were going to be doing with Endgame and Game of Thrones. And Disney decided to just fuck with us just a little bit more and get this across. So let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe to us at the Party Nerds YouTube page. And question of the day. What do you think of Emperor Palpatine's return? Let me know what you think. This is Grandmaster Faqs. Party Nerds go.
Party nerds, 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 party nerds.